What's up guys, Daisy Gaming here today, and I will be explaining 5 reasons why you should pick up Ghost Recon Breakpoint in 2020. So, number 1 is just the large vast landscape. So obviously, this is the in-game map. Of course there's story missions and stuff like that. You can play up to 4-player co-op, and as you can see, the map is pretty massive. Uh, this is the end game type of island here. You can solo explore it. There's also a raid, which I'll get into. That's another thing, but just the vast landscape, and it's got cities, it's got forest areas, it's got snow-covered mountains. It's a really vast environment. You know what I mean? Like, and you can do a lot in it. Like, there's bases to take down. You can stealth them, you can, do whatever you want pretty much in this game, and it's pretty awesome. And like a lot of it's, dynamic, so like you can just run up to this car and shoot at them, steal his car, go drive his car into base. I mean, and the vehicles are pretty nice too. So that's getting into the second part, and that is the raid. So obviously there is this island over here. It's a Sector 3 is a volcano. Sector 1 is a satellite array, and a chemical pipeline, and then a chemical refinery, and then there's like a whole bunch of different small little bases, a heliport, like all sorts of things out here. And you basically have to get intel to the first boss, and after you get all the intel, Ghost Recon style, you then go take out the first boss, which is like this giant tank, right? And then after you defeat that, you go to Sector 2, and then you have to get more intel, and then like there's all these really dynamic locations like Cold War sites, testing zones, ruins, like military bases, just all this sorts of stuff. And then in that sector there's this giant supercomputer you have to kill, and then there's also like a giant helicopter, and those are the bosses for that fight. And then once you get to Sector 3, again you have to get the intel, and then there's all sorts of just prototype weapons and stuff all in this sector. There's like this no man's area that reminds me of like like the trenches of World War One, and it's like a Cold War training camp that was just had a eruption occur, so it's really cool. And then you go up to this like giant lava shield. It's like this giant bridge, like keeping the lava from spilling into the rest of the island, and you kill the last boss, which I'm not going to spoil for you guys. So that's reason 2 to get the game, is just the end game raid. Number 3 is the vehicles. So there are tanks, there's helicopters, there's just normal pickup trucks. All these different things that you could imagine are in this game, like motorcycles. I could show you guys a few of them. It's gonna be right behind me, but while I'm running up there, yeah, it's just crazy, like the different variety of stuff in this game that you can do. It's nuts. And the next 2 points I'm gonna go over are gonna be the weapons and just the different settings you can have in this game, like gonna get into that here in 1 second, but stay tuned, because it's like that's the best part, honestly, is the tools you use to your discretion. So this is a bivouac. You come here to craft, you come here to get your vehicles, you come here to do pretty much anything you need to do. Switch classes, because yes, there are different classes you can have in this game, almost 8 of them now. And then there's all these different objectives for the classes to upgrade your classes. Preparation, so every time you come here you can come get a bonus that lasts for an entire hour. So basically rewarding you for coming in, getting more equipment and stuff like that. So pulling into the garage now, there's all these different military helicopters that are just armed to the teeth. There's these tanks, these cars, sports cars, jeeps with guns on the top, armored cars, explosives, miniguns, And then there's like these really nice cars, apocalypse type vehicles, like really really nice cars. Like they have it all pretty much, and then even trucks with giant guns on the back. You know what I mean? And then getting into the bikes, there's a whole bunch of different bikes as well that are pretty cool. Um, as you guys can see, I'll pull one out just real quick so you guys can see it. One of the helicopters, but it is a really insane, you know, thing they've got going on here with the vehicles. You can just go to any one of these camps, get your little bonus for your gameplay, and then just pull out a helicopter pretty much. And then as you can see, you can drive it, you can have someone hop in the passenger seat. Some of them hold up to 4 people, some of them hold up to 2. And as you can see, they shoot missiles, so you can pull up to one of those bases I was talking about and just light them up. Or like, say there's just a vehicle on the road here. I won't take too much time to do this to get onto the other points, but as you can see, it's just really, really dynamic and fun. The different styles you can use in your gameplay. So obviously you can go parachuting, that type of thing, as you saw a minute ago. So now getting into the next point is the weapons and the weapon customization. Pretty much there's shotguns, assault rifles, snipers, grenade launchers, pretty much any weapon you want in this game. And just going through this list, like you could see the amount of weapons I have. But getting into just one weapon, right? Like let's find a weapon everyone's kind of familiar with from like Call of Duty or something. Let's equip this M4A1 CQC, right? As you can see, it looks like a beast. Like, if you look at this thing, it's like, whoa, it's got a grenade launcher on the bottom, it's got all this stuff, but, like, there's all these different attachments you can put on it. Like, for each section, like, you can suppress your weapon, you can, you know, put a red dot sight on it, you can do whatever you want. And it just transforms the weapon as well to look a lot different. You can change the stock, as you guys can see there. You can switch the underbarrel attachments. You can even switch the trigger from auto single to auto burst if you want to. Like, it's got it all on this pretty much, which is another feature I really like about it. And as you guys can see, that weapon looks completely different now. Just quickly going in there and switching a few attachments, the weapon already looks different. And if you're one of those types of people that likes taking screenshots and stuff like that, you can actually pause your game in the middle. And then just right there, as you can see, almost any screenshot you take in this game is like, you know, master class. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the way it sets it up, just the visuals and everything, like you can just start shooting your gun randomly and it looks like, you know, a worthy enough screenshot. So that's another really cool thing, is the landscape and just how it sets everything up. And then going into the last point here, I was going to talk about the different settings you can have. And by settings, I mean gameplay settings, right? So as I go in here, Ghost experience parameters. You can turn gear level on and off, difficulty, tactical difficulty of enemies, exploration mode. You know what I mean? Like, you can just do everything with this. And then you can put like custom difficulties, and then you can put all these different things like main weapon slots. You can put, instead of 2 weapons, you can limit yourself to 1. Risk of injury, you can put stamina consumption, ammo loss on reload. You can make it to where at night it's like actually like really extremely dark, you know, social hub, the bivouac shop, you know, like you can do all this different stuff and it's just awesome. And then you can change your interface, like if you're one of those no HUD players, if you don't like subtitles. Stamina hit marker, like you can turn pretty much any setting in the game on or off. uh, based on your own discretion. Text chat, PvP stuff, and this game has a really, really good PvP as well. Uh, and it's just crazy, you know what I mean? Like, and it's based on whatever you want the game to be like, and that's why I like this game so much. That's why I play this game in 2020, and that is all I really have to say about the subject. Is if you don't have this game, it's most likely on sale. If it's not on sale, just wait for it to go on sale, because you know, like, I'm sure you can pick it up for 10, 15, 20 bucks, uh, you know, at the worst. So I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you guys hopefully in the next video. Hopefully this kind of gave you an impression of the game, uh, and that's without even going into any of the story or, you know, any of the enemies or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, there's a giant UAV. What's that got to do? You know what I mean? Like, if it spots me, there's actually some guys that come and hunt you down, the most elite enemies in the game. So anytime you see the UAV, you have to hit the ground, go into prone, and cover yourself with dirt, or basically these really elite enemies will come and try to hunt you down. So, you know, definitely a lot of different things to take into consideration. You can turn that off if you don't want it to happen either. You know what I mean? Like, every single setting in this game is up to your discretion. So, appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.